Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lamley YouTube channel. We have another live video for you tonight. This time it is a preview. We've done live unboxings and live showcases. Don't know if we've done a live preview yet before, but this is for those of you who are watching right now or watching later, because I have a brand new set, yet to be released set from Matchbox. Get the Hot Wheels logo out of the way there so you can focus solely on the orange brand right now. So as you guys are popping on, I'm going to walk through these very, very quickly. This will be a fairly short video tonight, and then I'll have some more stuff for you tomorrow. Before we get started, I want you guys to know what I'm going to do. This set of 6 was sent to me by the Matchbox team to preview for you. And that's what we are going to do tonight. I actually have them on cards right now, and I actually have the loose models just over here to the side, and we'll look at those where I'm not going to open these up. I'll show you why. Matchbox sent this to me, and you can see these codes there on top. These are FEP codes. That means these are like kind of, I wouldn't call them test models, but kind of demos for them to look at, make sure everything is in order. They sent these to me and said, just send them back when you're done. They also sent me the loose models, also FEPs, but so I can keep those packaged, these loose. That way you can see both, but I don't have to rip open this this demo package for them. Does that make sense to you? Hopefully it does. There might be someone comes on later. What's the code about? Why you're not opening? Go back to the beginning and you will figure that out. All right, let's get right to it. This is a set of 6, like I said, coming to Kroger stores here in the United States. I don't know what other stores you might see them in, like in other countries. I have not gotten that information, so I can't tell you. If you see them, you see them. 6-car set. These are essentially basic models. We'll take a look at them and see if there's any like extra deco or anything like that. But ultimately, these will be in Kroger stores. I don't know the exact price point. I'm assuming basic type prices. Yeah, 6-car set exclusive to that. Should we just get right to it? This is called the Candy Series. That's what I asked Matchbox what they're calling it. That is what it is called. There is nothing other than Matchbox's logo, obviously the name of the candy that they are showcasing, and then some super cool artwork. If you look at the back side, you can see a bunch of information. You can see it's in several languages. That might suggest that it is going to other markets. Anyway, if you want to look for this, it's supposed to be out fairly soon, maybe later this month, early June. You can use that code if you want to try and find it. But yeah, some of you, I've already seen some comments. This is like Matchbox's version of Hot Wheels Pop Culture. Yes and no, in that Pop Culture is a premium series. This is a basic series, but licensed decos. They're made to look like delivery or some sort of utility car, and obviously real candy on this set. So if I look at the license on here, I'm trying to see if I don't know my candy brand. So is this like all Mars or all? I'm not entirely sure. So maybe you guys know your candy. All right, let's get right to it. Let's start with the first one. These are not numbered. I just kind of put them in order. We'll kind of save the best for last type of thing. This is right here, the International Armored Car. This went through a change when it was moved to a metal base plastic body. So some people may not like that, but it is nicely detailed with the gold bottom. So 100 grand, you can see the theme here. Armored truck, 100 grand bar. I think it makes a perfect sense. Let's take a look at the art. Matchbox's art has been so fantastic of late on their basic models, and they are applying that to this. So you're seeing kind of a similar take. Oh, you can see, it says candy right there. Anyway, it's you can see it's a similar take to their basic models in that the positioning of the car and then just kind of a cool background. In this case, it's like a candy store is what I'm guessing. Let's take a look at the armored truck. I'll move these off to the side here. Here it is right here. I'll go ahead and put it on the little roundabout so you can look at it. I don't know what there is really to show there, but that is the the 100 grand armored truck. Moving on. For Rainbow Nerds, it is, they're calling this time the Chowmobile. It's been called all kinds of names, but it is the food truck that Matchbox is using, this time Rainbow Nerds. This one also is a plastic body metal base, I think, because these are just such big models. Here is the art for this one. I like the 100 grand bar. I haven't had one in years and years. I do like Nerds. Also haven't had them in years and years because it's kind of more like the Halloween. Nitra says he likes the Chowmobile. I do too, and I think that the deco on this one, let's just go ahead and move over to that, is pretty cool. I think I've told you something about this truck is that it actually is reversed. In order to position it in the package the way they do, the food side should actually be over here, but if you remember how it's parked on the side of the road, but in this case, it's over here. So, what are you a nerd for? Blah, 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 Rainbow Nerds, lots of other little logos there. It's a nice casting, kind of fits the Matchbox theme, I think, and it even sits a little high, right? So kind of off-road. Cool colored base, too. I kind of like the color of that base. All right, number 3. Okay, now we're going licensed, and the rest of them are licensed. Laffy Taffy, licensed in terms of licensed casting. Laffy Taffy, Candy Store. This is the 2014, they're calling it MB Chevy Silverado 1500. I don't know what the MB is for. I assume Matchbox? I don't know. Very, very nice casting. Let's have a look. I guess this would be like the, like the delivery manager's truck or something like that. Or it's just, maybe I'm thinking too much into that. But this one sits a little lower, so you can kind of get a better sense of the cool deco behind the vehicles in the art. A lot of people like this Chevy truck casting. I do. I collect it, so I'm going to add this one to the collection for sure. Let's have a look at the actual model. Right here in pink. I like it in hot pink. Details on the side. I don't see anything on the front. So just the side here in that case. But a nice casting. I think that one will be popular because people always like the Silverado. All right, number 4. An old classic. This casting has been around a long, long time. Baby Ruth. And the little delivery vehicle for Baby Ruth today is the Austin minivan. I think these are the kind of sets actually that I open everything, and I've said that. But I think considering, they do the art's on the side, there's a reason. Obviously, it's the profile. It's what you see in the store. So they're not going to put Baby Ruth on the roof, for example. They're going to put it on the side. And so the complete package is more of the thing in this one, right? So obviously, a lot of you will open them up, but having that together, the model, I'm trying to put this in the background, as you can see, the model plus the artwork is kind of the way to go on this one. So I love this casting. 2007 is when it was released. We've seen it in so many decos, and those of you, I don't have all of them. Maybe my friend David Tilley can show off all of the Austin minivans. I might ask him to do a feature for the blog or something like that, because this casting is super, super cool. But let's look at the art. We've already done that. Let's look at the model now, right? There you go. Really clean. Obviously, I'm assuming no rear deco, nope, and no front deco. But we've seen that happen a lot on this casting. And I think it looks cool. Okay, that is the Austin minivan. Moving on to the last 2 castings. Butterfinger. No one, what was it, Bart Simpson? I can't remember. No one better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. And representing Butterfinger is the 47 Chevy AD 3100. This casting, I think this is the 3rd version of this casting. We saw it first in the Chevy Truck Series, then in the basic range in blue. Now we see it as a Butterfinger truck. So it's almost like a vintage Butterfinger truck. And I like, if you look at the art on there, they've made it look a little vintage. So it kind of suits the truck nicely. I think that background is all the same on every one of them, except the lighting is different, right? See, so Butterfinger. So it's like it's just catching the candy store at a different moment, right? Matching that. Let's move this one off to the side and have a look-see at the model. There she is. Really nice chocolate color, we'll say. I like the gold trim on the rims. Kind of a yellowy plastic. I know we'd like to see a gold. I would prefer a gold color there in terms of for the grill, but Daniel is saying caramel. I can say maybe caramel on the bottom, chocolate on the top. Right? And then more of that yellow, kind of that peanut buttery yellow on the window, right? Abby wants to say it's brown. I think it's a chocolate brown, right? I don't know. More of a milk chocolate color. Should we analyze this? I'd say it's a milk chocolate color. Is that what you guys would say? There you go. There you go. Some of you are talking about the grill. I think this one actually looks cool. They've tried to really color these the right way, and I think this casting is nice. We only have one more. If you were a kid and asked me what my favorite candy was, and I don't know why I would have answered this, but I would have answered Sweet Tarts. That has definitely changed. I can barely put a Sweet Tart. I can't. Oh, so sour and sweet makes me pucker. Sweet Tarts. This is the last casting. I think this one will be the most sought after, but we'll get into this. There's kind of an interesting change to this casting. It is the Volkswagen delivery van, and there it is. Kind of obviously the Sweet Tart colors. You VW collectors, I think, are going to be super excited to be pursuing this one. My guess is this will be the first one to go anytime this set is found at any Kroger or any other store. Just because Volkswagen collectors love their Volkswagens, and this bus is pretty cool. A lot of you are already saying it's your favorite. I get it. Okay, this actually casting has existed for a while, but I would call this a new casting. We'll get to it in just a second. You can take in the artwork. I love the coloring on it, the pink with the blue. You can see that it runs with a two-tone color. There's a reason for that. This casting has been completely and utterly modified. I'll put that right over here, and I'm going to pull out this loose one here and show you what has changed on this casting. I'm going to look at the base here. So if you look right here, you can even see 2018 Mattel. This casting was originally done years and years and years ago. I don't know if it says anywhere. It seems to be a little smaller than the older delivery van. I'd have to get that one out. But as you can see now, the base is plastic. The top right up here is metal. And then this panel right here is actually plastic as well. So plastic base, plastic sides, which I think serves as part of the interior, and then this metal top. So for some of you, you'll go, yeah, too much plastic, blah, 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 which I get. Some of you don't like it, and I understand that. But for others, this allows for a two-tone model in the basic range. So you kind of pick your poison here. Like you kind of decide, this looks so much better as a two-tone model. You can then detail this top part, leave this part untouched, and it still looks cool at the front and doesn't look as blobbish as sometimes these castings can. But yes, you get a little more plastic. So you guys can tell me in the comments what you think. Do you like it this way with the more plastic and then the two-tone? Or are you like, the two-tone is not worth it for the amount of plastic? That's up to you guys to decide. And as you get them all, there's a decent weight to it. But yes, it is very much a modified model. And there's pros and cons, I would say, in both. So if you keep it this way in the card with the awesome card art, well then really no worries at all, because that is just awesome. All right, guys, there you go. Thank you to the Matchbox team for sending me this set to preview for you. I'll get it back in the mail for them. But look for this at your local Kroger store or maybe internationally at other stores very, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone in the next couple days say that they found it at their Kroger store. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to head out, get these models all put away. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. I've got another showcase for you tomorrow I think you guys will like. Give me the comments. Let the Matchbox team know what you think of the art, of the models, of the selections, of the artwork. Cool stuff. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks, everyone. Bye.